Chef, let's get into it.
Back of the house confessions.
There's so many. I mean, 20 years over, I'm just racking my brain of all of them that would be sufficed to share with you. And also, I don't want to go over a little bit of top because I've seen some things, and we'll go over those things at a later date. But for right now, I guess we'll talk about the Manny Pacquiao event. Okay. I was young. I was working as a wing house kitchen manager, and the GM literally asked me to go out and rope off the front parking lot so that we could bring in more guests and more guests and more guests and more guests. On that night, we sold $47,000 in chicken wings. And I did not leave the restaurant till about 5 o'clock in the morning. Keep in mind, I lived about an hour away from the restaurant. And I had to open up the next morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. So instead of going out and going home, I waited till everybody left. I told the GM, hey, I'm gonna close the place down. I had my own key anyway, code and everything like that. And I thought it would be good just to go ahead and clean myself up after everybody left. And I went ahead and gave myself a shower in the mop sink, thinking that I could get away with this and everything would be all right. And, I wouldn't smell like horribleness because it was bad. I mean, raw chicken all night.
Yeah.
It was typical night in the kitchen. You're going to sweat and whatever you got to do. So I wanted to bathe. I didn't want to go all the way home. So I hopped in. The next day, the GM calls me in the office, and there's me, bareback, on video. And he just kind of looks at me and just says, why didn't you just go to the hotel and pay $40? Come on, John. I didn't get fired because of it, because I was really, really good at my job at the time. But, yeah, sometimes you just got to, wait till everybody kind of, takes off and got to make sure I'm clean.
I am so glad you shared that with me.
I'm just saying, man.
What a great kitchen confession.
Just thought I'd open it up with a little teaser.
What a great way to start the segment series.
Right.
And but to really just lay it all out there for other people to hear, a really personable story.
It's fun.
We are so excited to have this series right here on Redness Radio. This is your man, DJ Redness. Don't forget, you can tune in right here on Redness Radio, or you can see the entire Kitchen Confessions in its entirety, because sometimes we edit it down for this show. You can see it on his channel, which is Kilted Chef.
Yeah.
So on YouTube as well. So thank you very much for tuning in to the very first Kitchen Confessions with Chef JD.
It's a pleasure. This is fun.
And we'll get back to it right on Redness Radio.
You are listening to Redness Radio.